Hey, welcome to another episode of geekoutdoors.com. So on my continuing smartphone tutorial series, today I'm going to be showing you how to do your very first video editing project using CyberLink PowerDirector on your phone. And so if you have not seen my previous videos where I talk about setting this up and getting everything ready on your phone, be sure to check that out on the playlist. I will leave that in the description area below. And so we're basically going to be taking this whole concept of editing, which is normally something people do on a computer, and then doing a lot of that right here on your smartphone. And so let's go ahead and check this out. Okay, now we're going to create our very first video project. And so what you want to do is open up PowerDirector. And here, what we're going to focus on is showing you the foundations of creating a video project from beginning to end. So this isn't going to be something that's really complex. However, it will teach you the very basic fundamentals of video editing through PowerDirector. So let's go ahead and create a new project. Let's name this first project. Okay, we'll say okay. Now you can choose 16 by 9 or 9 by 16, but just choose 16 by 9 as the aspect ratio. And here, as I talked about in a previous video, you can actually choose between video, picture, or music. So in this case, we're actually going to be doing video. And here you could choose whatever videos you like. So I already have some here available. And as I mentioned also in a previous video, you can actually preview the video before you actually add it. But in this case, we're going to add a few clips. So we'll add this one here, and we'll add this one as well. Now, if you notice something, there is a box in between each clip. And so within each one of these boxes, you could actually add a transition. And I'll get into that a little bit further. But as you can see, the menu options change as soon as I click on that. Now, if you click outside of it, anywhere else in the timeline, you'll notice there are three main options. The three main options are you could add video, picture, or music. Second option is you could actually add other items such as titles, additional video, and images, which will actually go into a second portion of your timeline. And we won't get into that until a little bit later. And also similarly, you could add different effects. But once again, we'll get into that a little bit later. So what we want to focus on here is simple editing. Okay, so here, if you actually click on a clip, right, like that, you'll notice you get additional options. The first option is the pencil option, which is edit. Here, you can definitely do a few more effects here, but I will actually get into that until a little bit further. And then secondly, there is a slice or trim option, which will allow you to split sections of your clip. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. Say, for example, I want to put an actual trim right here, okay, right in the middle. So all I would do is choose my clip, and then I choose the second option, and there it is. It actually spliced it right in the middle. And now you could actually add a transition right here where you actually added this splice. So all you would do is choose that, and then choose the transition that you want. And there are quite a few transitions from which you could choose from. And if you ask me, they are pretty awesome. Now I'm going to use a really cool one. And what I'm going to do is add the burn effect. Now before you add an effect, very similar to your videos, you could preview it as well. So you could kind of see how it looks like, which is a really neat feature. So I like that one. So I'm going to go ahead and add it by pressing the plus. So you actually have to go to the clip and then you press plus. And you'll know that it's there because obviously there is an image there. And so you'll notice if it has it, it's right there. So let's go ahead and try that out. And so when it gets to that point where you have the splice, bam. And that looks really cool. And you can have a lot of fun with that, okay? And then as you go through each one of these clips, you could add different transitions, whatever you like. A lot of people like using the dissolve. Go ahead and add that, okay? And then finally, if you scroll to the end, I'll add another transition here. And maybe let's do a film scroll, okay? And then, you could quickly preview it just by pressing play. And then let's see how this looks. There's the dissolve. There's a rooster. And then you could go to the end and let's look at this last. Wow. Wow. Very cinematic. So as you can see, very, very easy to, preview and also add these transitions quickly. Now, other things you could add from a very basic video editing is you could add titles. So let's go back, choose your clip, and then you could press the edit right here. Or actually, let's go ahead and choose at the bottom. You could choose the second option right there, and here you could add an actual title. And here you have a variety of different titles that you can add. So these are different text titles, okay? And so let's do something really simple where you just add text, okay? Now we'll get into these other types of text a little bit later, but I just want to show you a very simple way to do that. So as you see there is text. And here, if you click on the text, you could actually edit it, okay? You could move it around, you could rotate it, okay? However you like, okay? You could resize it. It makes it super easy to use and it's very responsive, okay? And so let's just say I want to put it right here.
For the best value in domain names, check out Namecheap, where you could get a domain for an entire year for less than $10, plus get WhoisGuard privacy protection for free. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below.
And then I'll go ahead and double click on that. And when you double click on it, you will be able to actually edit the text. Okay, you can see there. So, and it takes a little while to get used to this sometimes because it could be a little finicky where you might press on it a few times, but it might not go through the very first time. So just keep playing around with it. Okay. And then you say with the checkbox and check that out. Let's just scroll it down a little bit. Okay. So there is an easy way to just add text. But what if you actually wanted to edit the text and have it a different font? Okay. Now, if you actually click on a text like I did here, you could also press the pencil key, which is a lot easier than trying to double click on it. And then you could do title designer. Okay. So here you could really change the look of the actual font. Okay, if you notice on the left, there's different options where you could actually add different borders. Okay, where you can make it a little, like more bold. You could add this whole 3D effect as well. So there is many options that you could do, like a drop shadow right there. Okay, or you could just leave it as bold right here as well. So what I want to do here is I just want to simply change the font. You could also change the positioning and the colors you could see there. So here it'll actually have already a whole bunch of Google fonts. And so this is really great that these are really available and these are commonly used fonts. And as you can see here, you could choose many different colors. There are default colors already on the top, but you could also adjust the colors as you like. You could even adjust the opacity as well. Really cool stuff. And as you can see, you could absolutely go pretty much crazy with the various font styles that you like. So I'm going to make a very bold impression right there. And then, you could go back and change the type of effects or shadows that you want. See, there's a shadow right there. I could change the distance. You see that? So you could have so much fun with this. I could probably spend, and I spent like probably hours just playing around with the different types of font, the colors. As you could see there, it's only limited by your imagination. And the PowerDirector gives you so much power, to coin a phrase, and just so many options for you to be very flexible. And once again, this is something that is available on a phone, and it still blows my mind that you're able to do all this. And it's very easy to use once you get used to it. So here I just wanted to show you quickly how to edit that, okay, how to make a quick video. And so once you're done, you can just press the back key if you like. And there is my font at the beginning. So you could always preview it and press play. So very easy to do. And at the same time, you could actually move this around your timeline if you want. You see, you could move it to where it doesn't show up there later. Okay, so you see that. So just click on it and then I'll hold it down and then I can move it. Okay, you can do other things here as well. If you press in a pencil key, you could duplicate it, and so it'll show up 2 times. And the great thing about doing that is, say for example, you like a specific type of font and style, right? Well, now you already have that chosen, and all you have to do is click on the edit key, go to title designer, And now you could actually change the font again to whatever you'd like, whatever colors, or if you double click on it. And so as you can see there, I'm on fire. Let's put that on there. Press check. And then you could change the actual color if you like to reflect your brand new text. That's fire right there. All right. So as you can see there, and we play it, and so that looks pretty good right there. And like I said, this is just a really simple way of editing your first video. And so here I've shown you how to actually add multiple clips. I've shown you how to, splice or trim a clip in the middle. I've shown you how to do a transition. And I've also shown you how to add fonts, duplicate fonts, and even edit the fonts as well. And so this is a very simple way to create your very first video. And so this will allow you to quickly get a video up and running. And once you are ready to publish this, you would go to the top right, and here you could actually produce the video. I would always save your project first, but then you could produce the video. And your option here, especially on the full version, like I mentioned that you should definitely purchase the full version, you're able to go all the way up to Ultra HD 4K. But that really depends on your phone and especially how much storage you have. So for most videos, I do full HD. That is 1080p. You could go down to as low as standard definition, which I think is 480. And then HD is 720p. So I would definitely go for full HD. But if your phone has the space and the horsepower, you could definitely do 4K with the full version. Now you could also go into settings. You could change other things here as well. But normally I just leave it the way it is. Or you could even share it directly on YouTube. There are other options right here, but they're the same as what you had earlier. But honestly, all you have to do is just choose, for the most part, just choose Full HD and produce the video. Now, depending on how fast your phone and how much power it has, it might take a while, and also how large your project is. But for the most part, if it's a very small clip, it shouldn't take more than like 10 to 15 minutes, okay? And another thing you can do when you're actually previewing it, if you notice right there, you could actually expand it and it'll go full screen. So you kind of get the full effect of your video, okay? And so that is it for this particular video. This is a very simple foundational video where it teaches you how to create your very first video with some very simple effects and simple titles, and also adding clips together. And so from now, we're actually going to get into more advanced and I guess semi-pro ways of editing on your phone to make it look like it wasn't edited on your phone. So let's go ahead and go to the very next video.
Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Gold Content Creators Group, where you'll get access to 30 videos plus additional content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.